Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sioux Falls, South Dakota here, ready for these two last games here of the regular season for the post-22 Hardhats as they take on Sioux Falls East. They had a doubleheader yesterday taking on Sioux Falls West, winning both of those games. First game 13-2 and winning the second game of a score of 12-4. So both the coaches and umpires meeting in the middle, talking about how this game is going to work here. As we don't have a PA announcer, so I will do my best here of telling you who is the lineup here and ready to go. So first we'll start off with Sioux Falls East. We'll go in the order from 1 to 9. Their leadoff hitter is going to be the shortstop, number 3, Brody Schaefer. Batting second, playing second base is number 2, Ethan Olson. Batting third and left field is number 11, Colin Lunders. Batting fourth, playing third base, number 6, Dietrich Hahn. Batting fifth and playing first base is number 22, Caleb Bunman. Batting sixth and playing catcher is number 7, Braden Olson. Batting seventh, playing right field, number 12, Caden Sporer. Batting eighth at DH is number 13, Jens McLarty. Batting ninth at center field, number 10, Kason Christensen. And the starting pitcher for Sioux Falls East here in game one is going to be number 8, Tommy Peterson. And the starting lineup here for post 22. So the leadoff hitter is going to be the third baseman, number 10, Aiden Roberts. Batting second is the center fielder, number 19, Lars Kiefer. Batting third, the first baseman, number 18, Wyatt Reeder. Batting fourth, playing left field, number 22, Jace Morgan. Batting fifth at right field, number 23, Carter Johnson. Batting sixth as the designated hitter, number 25, Dexter Steen. Batting seventh, playing second base, number 11, Jackson Reeder. Batting eighth, playing catcher, number 20, Brody Thompson. And batting ninth at shortstop, number 12, Dawson Inhofer. And the starting pitcher for post 22 is number 30, Jaden Moreno. So that is the lineup here. Sioux Falls East in the white uniforms here today. There'll be the white on the scoreboard on the top left. Post 22 busting out the navy blues. They will be navy blue on the scoreboard there in the top left of the screen. Aiden Roberts in post 22. He has led off pretty much every game here this season, and these are the last two regular season games of the season. So the Hardhats want to come out here with a bang. Their overall record this year, 54 wins, 8 losses, and that one tie to Missoula that game. They just decided to end early with some weather happening, but that is what Post 22's record looks like. We saw the starting pitchers for Post 22 against West last night. In Game 1, it was McCoy Rippentrop who got the start, and then in the second game, we saw Declan Mickley as the starting pitcher, and then they went through Broden Sales, Brody Thompson, and Tater Johnson there at the end of the game of Game 2 of the doubleheader to get that win 12-4 over Sioux Falls West. So here is Peterson, the right-handed pitcher for Sioux Falls. He's going to take his last warm-up pitch here. Aiden Roberts, the leadoff hitter, second on the team in batting average this season with a 408 average, a 547 on-base percentage, and he's slugging at a 621. And Aiden Roberts at 69 hits this year, just one away from 70. He leads the team in hit by pitches with 29 and stolen bases with 48. So here comes Aiden Roberts. And the first pitch here of this Friday afternoon game. A little odd to kind of have games on Thursday and Friday, but we are through it and we're ready to go here. So Peterson, the righty, first pitch is in here, and this is going to go in that top right corner. This one is just going to not be in there for a strike. So Roberts will start off with a 1-0 count. And then behind home plate for Sioux Falls East is the catcher, number 7, Braden Olson. Next pitch here, this one coming up high again. There, a quick snag from Olson. And it's for ball 2 here. So an early 2-0 count for Aiden Roberts, the Hardhats' third baseman. Peterson winds up. Pitch comes. This one down low and into the dirt for ball 3. So Aiden Roberts could see a 4-pitch walk here. We saw him have a few in the last game. 31 walks this year to 9 strikeouts. Here comes a 3-0 pitch. This one is going to be down the middle there for strike 1. And that was another sequence that we saw a lot in the last game. In game 2 of the doubleheader, Mickley and the other pitcher who started for Sioux Falls West. And here comes the pitch. This one is going to be in for strike 2, that one on that top left corner. So Aiden Roberts facing full count. And it was Hugh Barnes. Both of them started with a 3-0 count, and then they followed with a 3-2, and then eventually getting an out there to the batter. 3-2 pitch comes. This one is up high, and Aiden Roberts will take the walk here for the leadoff walk in game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday. He indeed had a leadoff walk. So here comes the second batter in the lineup For post 22, it's the center fielder, number 19, Lars Kiefer. A batting average of a 308 this season, on-base percentage of a 438, and slugging at 395. And his bat has been giving him a lot of hits here in the past few games. He is at 57 total this season. First pitch he sees, this one is going to go up a little high there on that top left side. And Roberts also 2 stolen bases away from 50 on the season. He had a total of 2 in both games yesterday. This next pitch here to Lars Kiefer is going to be counted for a strike. So 1-1. This is the first time here for Sioux Falls East pitcher and Tommy Peterson to go for a 1-1. He started 3-0, then followed with 2 straight strikes, and then walking Roberts. Here comes the next pitch. This one just having that curve there catches Kiefer looking there for strike 2. So 1-2 here, just the second batter. Wyatt Reeder on deck. Peterson looks behind him to Roberts on first base. Here comes the righty's pitch to Kiefer. This one is up and away. Caught for ball 2. Kiefer being patient here, waiting for one that he can get. He made a lot of great several plays in the outfield last game, in the last 2 games there against Sioux Falls West. Here comes the 2-2. Roberts takes off. This one outside for ball 2. The throw is not in time. So that was for ball 3, and Aiden Roberts gets his 49th stolen base of the season. 1 more to go till he hits 50. So we see back-to-back full counts here. This time it's to Kiefer. 3-2 pitch. Peterson looking back to Roberts. And here is deliver. This one is inside. And this one's going to get away, but that's going to be for ball 4. And Kiefer, look at the walk now. He is the team leader in getting walked this year. Now that is his 35th time getting walked. So Peterson hands out 2 walks back-to-back. Now here comes the first baseman, Wyatt Reeder. 545 batting average, 616 on-base percentage, and slugging at 833, 108 hits this season, 74 singles, 77 RBIs, and he also got walked for the 30th time in the last game. He's going to place this bunt. This one is going to stay fair on that third base line, and Wyatt Reeder with a bunt single, and that's going to put bases loaded here. The first pitch he sees, so that's our first base hit here of the game. So here comes Jace Morgan, the left fielder. Morgan a 351 batting average, 480 on-base percentage, and slugging at 433. He just got 60 hits in the last game played against West. So with bases loaded following Reeder's bunt single, Peterson the first pitch here. This one is going to be up high, taken for ball 1. And he made one great sliding catch over in the left field side on a sliding catch, got it out to end the first inning in Game 2 of yesterday. Next pitch he sees, gets contact. This is going to be a base hit, landing into left field. Here comes Robertson to score, and it's going to be bobbled there from left field. So does Kiefer, the throw to third. And that's going to be a 2-run single for Lars Kiefer. And post 22 has the early 2-0 lead here for Jace Morgan. He gets now 50 RBIs on the year by driving in 2 there. So the Hardhats getting some stuff rolling. Aiden Roberts, his 81st run of the season, and for Kiefer making it for his 67th. So Reeder on third, Morgan on first, runners on the corners. Here comes the right fielder, Carter Johnson. First pitch that he sees, he's going to let this one go down the middle here for a strike. This season for him, a 203 batting average, 339 on-base percentage with a 261 slugging. He's got 28 hits, and he's got 42 runs. A lot of this Hardhats team racking up a lot of runs this season. They like to continue to that. So here comes a little pump fake to try to pick off Jace Morgan on first. In the last game against West, we saw a lot of the pitchers go 3 times in a row. And here's going to be a bunt from Johnson. It's going to get picked up, and that's going to be a sacrifice bunt. Reeder's going to come in to score. So it's 3-0. That's going to be the first out. And Morgan advances across over to second. And now here comes Dexter Steen, the designated hitter for this game. He has not played in the last few games for post 22, as he kind of dealt a little bit with an injury there. And the Wyatt Reeder coming in to score. That's his 79th run of the season. Dexter Steen, third on the team in batting average at a 382. Peterson, the first pitch he will give him. This one's going to come inside of the strike zone for strike 1. Seen also a 549 on-base percentage and a 496 slugging with 47 hits. He held that title of being walked the most times at 33 before Lars Kiefer took that. Next pitch, again, taking in that weird curve onto Steen. And he looks there for the next 2 for 2 strikes here. 0-2 with one out. Morgan on second. Peterson the pitch. This one is going to come outside. Steen will take that for his first ball here. And the reason why he gets walked so much is that he's just, he's patient in the box. And he lets those one coming inside, and he knows what to take and not to take. This next pitch again, going outside, taken for ball two. So a 2-ball, 2-strike count with one out. Steen, we usually see him play first base. But with that shoulder injury, it kind of causes some problems. Top left corner, ball three. So the third full count here in this inning for the pitcher and Tommy Peterson. He had Roberts and Kiefer both the first two batters facing off with full count here in this game. Here comes the pitch. This is going to be a swan on a soft grounder right back to Peterson. He's going to throw it over here to first. So that will move Morgan across over to third. So that's going to be the second out here of this game. And now this is going to be Jackson Reeder, the Hardhats second baseman. Jackson Reeder this season, a 667 667 average and slugging with a 643 on-base percentage. He has 8 hits, and all 8 of those are singles, 6 RBIs, 3 runs. And he's been walked once this year. This is about his 4th game here in a Hardhats uniform. First pitch he sees, he'll take that one outside for ball 1. So the 1-0 count here for the lefty hitting second baseman. Peterson offers the next pitch. This is going to be a bunt placed down by Reeder. Morgan running to home. The throw over to first is going to be taken off. So Morgan will come in to score, and that's the first error of the game on a bunt RBI single from Jackson Reeder. And Jace Morgan comes in to score, making that for his 50th run of the season. So puts a runner there on first. Now we see Brody Thompson, the catcher, come in. Plays that one, both him and Reeder, both Jackson and Wyatt, putting that one on that third base line for the bunt there. Here comes the catcher, Thompson. A 268 on-base percentage, 389 on-base percentage, and a 393 slugging. First pitch he sees, this is going to be a high pop-up. First baseman is under here in Bunham, and he is under it, makes the catch. Makes the catch there for the pop-out. And that's going to be the third out here in the top of the first inning. The Post 22 coming out very early here in this game and making their statement clear, up 4-0 over Sioux Falls East. In that score, it was started off with 2 leadoff walks with Roberts and Kiefer. Wyatt Reeder getting the first base hit of the game on a bunt single. That was his 109th hit of the season and his 75th single. Then Jace Morgan got the party started with a 2 RBI single, bringing in Roberts and Kiefer. And then Johnson had the sacrifice bunt, which moved Morgan all the way around to the bases to second. And then Steen, that soft grounder there, right back to the pitcher. He picked it up, threw it over to first. That moved Morgan over to third base. And then Reeder Jackson getting the bunt single RBI, which brought in Morgan to score. And that was the error on that. And then the first pitch that Thompson sees on the pop-up to the first base, which was caught there by Caleb Bunham. So Hardhats gone through their first 8 batters here in that first inning, and we are seeing Jaden Moreno here on the mound for Post 22. This season, 53.1 innings pitched, an 8-1 record, 61 strikeouts to 21 batters walked. Him and Ryan Negebauer are tied on the team high in strikeouts with 61. Moreno having a 1.444 ERA and a 9.75 WHIP. So Moreno, the big man, on the mound, doing his job here. He's wearing number 16 here in the Navy uniform. So the final warm-up pitch there. Thompson, the toss over to second. And the leadoff hitter for Sioux Falls West is going to be their shortstop, number 3, Brody Schaefer. As they all meet in the middle here to give Moreno a good luck message. Thompson as well puts on the helmet and comes all the way back here behind home plate. And we'll get set and ready for the bottom of the first inning. Schaefer steps in here to the block, so it's going to be a righty versus righty matchup. The first one here Moreno sees, gets his call, And the first one he's going to offer is going to be down the middle, called for strike one. So the 0-1 start here. Moreno, first pitch, puts one down the cooker. 0-1 count. This one is in for strike two as well. So two pitches in for Jaden Moreno already, with two strikes here to leadoff hitter and Schaefer. He'll be followed by Ethan Olson and Colin Lunders. Moreno takes the step back, hands one off. This one up high, taken for the first ball here. Moreno not trying to give out too many strikeouts to wear out his arm too early. 0-2 pitch, this curve, it's going to be swung on. This is a foul ball taken here. Right on in front of the man on deck there, Ethan Olson. So Moreno will get the ball back here, 0-2 the count. With the glove here over the face. As the call from Thompson, pitch comes, a dropper. This one was just a little high of the strike zone for two balls, two strikes. Moreno the glove back over the face here. Back to the drawing board. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. This is a fly ball. This one going into center field. Kiefer can't get a reach onto it. This one is rolling all the way back towards center field wall. And Schaefer here is going to get a leadoff double for Sioux Falls on that 2-2 count that he saw. Kiefer, who was giving chase out in center field, just a little bit out in front of him. And now, first base hit of the game for Sioux Falls East. So here comes Ethan Olson, the second baseman. So Moreno would like to shrug this one off. It was a hard hit ball going into that left center gap. Kiefer was the closest to it. We'll look down the middle here from Jaden Moreno. As the call, looks back to the runner on second and Schaefer. And over backing off, pitch is going to come in. This one in for a strike. So this is an 0-1 startup. He started first two pitches on his first batter in Schaefer with two strikes. We'll see if he can do it here with the second pitch to Olson, the second baseman. Moreno the lean on in. Has his call. Deep breath, looking to the runner on second. He's hopping up and down, waiting for what Moreno's going to do. He takes a look back, hands this one off. In for a strike. So the second strike there, that one took another wicked curve there on that slider from Jaden Moreno. So 0-2 count here. Schaefer, who started 0-2 as well, then found his way to a 2-2 count, and then went on to second for a leadoff double. Moreno spices it up. Pitch comes. It's going to hit him in the elbow. So that's going to be a hit by pitch and puts the runner there on first. And for Jaden Moreno, that is his 10th hit by pitch of the season. So the first two batters here aboard. Here comes the third batter for Sioux Falls East, and number 11, the left fielder, Colin Lunders. So as Olson gives a thumbs up here to the home plate umpire, after he was just turning away as that one was coming a little bit closer inside from that pitch there from Moreno. So he'll get settled on in here. Three righties that he will face off first here. This is the third batter, Lunders. Moreno takes a look back to the runner on first, Wyatt Reeder, who is off the bag. And Jackson Reeder getting closer there to second. Moreno here, first pitch of this new AB. This is going to be in for a strike. So an 0-1 start. And Jackson Reeder on second base, getting closer and closer to that runner with Dawson Inhofer, usually the shortstop we see kind of be that guard of second base. He's more playing into that gap there next to Aiden Roberts there, and then Jackson Reeder covering second base. 0-1 count here. Moreno's next pitch. This one's going to take a curve. This one coming inside for ball one. So 1-1, he started his first two batters with a 0-2 count, in the third batter that he will see, it's a 1-1 count in the first two pitches that he had to give off. 1-1 here. They're going to try to pick off the runner on second. Jackson makes the high-made catch, and just not in time there as Schaefer knew it was coming. He returns back to the base. So Lunders back to it here in the batter's box with Moreno on the mound with the lean back on in. Here's the righty pitch. This one is swung on a high pop-up. Wyatt Reeder, the first baseman, giving some chase to this one. And this one is just going to go out of play. So the 1-2 there on the foul ball. It was the first baseman and Caleb Bunman who made that final catch to end the top of the first inning for Post 22 in their hitting. So ready here for the 1-2, following the recent foul ball. Moreno looking back to second. Here comes the pitch to Lunners. Takes a swing. This is a ground ball picked up by Roberts. Tags his own base to third. The throw over to first is going to be for a double play. So Roberts could have attempted the triple play. That's very rare, but it's going to be the double play there. So that's for the second out here in the inning. That being the 6-3 double play. And that one putting Schaefer out as well. So Olsen is the only runner at second base. Here is Dietrich Hahn, the third baseman. First pitch that Moreno will offer. This one is going to come outside of the box here for ball one. 1-0 startup. Moreno the lean on in, dangling the right arm back and forth. Waiting for his next call. Back again to the runner on second in Olsen. Here comes the pitch. This is going to drop perfectly into the strike zone here for strike one. So post 22 having 2 hits from Wyatt Reeder and Jace Morgan. Those were both back-to-back. And then Brody Schaefer, who has the lone hit so far here for Sioux Falls East on that leadoff double. 1-1 with 2 away. Runner on second, Moreno offers this pitch. This one outside. It's going to sneak on away here from Thompson. And the runner is going to advance here to third base. So the 2-1 count. Moreno went to go cover home plate with Reeder covering the pitcher's mound, if that one were to get behind a Moreno from that throw from Thompson. So 2 balls and 1 strike here are the counts. This is Dietrich Hahn, the third baseman. Following the ball that just escaped from the glove there of Thompson. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Moreno hands one over. This is Swan on a ground ball picked up by Aiden Roberts. Plays the bounce. The throw to first. Reeder makes the catch from the dirt. And that's the third and final out here in the first inning. Post 22 making a bang there in the first inning, putting up 4 runs. And Sioux Falls getting 1. It was 2 hits for the Hardhats, 1 for East, and they had 1 error. So the second inning leadoff hitters for Post 22 will be Dawson Inhofer, Aiden Roberts, and Lars Kiefer. So we'll take a short break here on Hardhats TV, and we'll be back for the start of the second inning. All right, ready to go here for the second inning. Dawson Inhofer, who comes in a step to the plate. He had a really big game in the last game they played, game 2 of the doubleheader. He went 3 for 4, having 3 singles and a walk. Technically 3 for 3. So Inhofer this season, a .303 batting average, .381 on-base percentage, and a .394 slugging. First pitch here from Tommy Peterson is going to be in for a strike. So an 0-1 start off here. Aiden Roberts and Kiefer both having their first 3 pitches on 3 balls. Next one comes in. Hofer makes contact with it. He's going to get a piece of it. Fouls off, hits the netting, and drops right back down. So 0-2 here to lead off in the second for Inhofer, Hardhats shortstop. And then on deck will be Aiden Roberts, followed by Lars Kiefer. Those are the 3 batters due up. Peterson's pitch. This one dropped low just at the last second there, saving that one. Could have been strike 3 for Dawson Inhofer. He'll take it for ball 1. So the 1-2 here. Peterson, the lean on in, the right-handed pitcher here. Hands one off. Swung on a miss for strike 3. So it's a leadoff strikeout and the first K that we see today. And Inhofer, for him, that is the 34th strikeout on the season. And now here comes Aiden Roberts. A walk. Leadoff walk of the first inning. A stolen base with a run. So So making his second at bat. He had 10 at bats in both games yesterday. First pitch that he sees, this one coming up high here for the 1-0 start. Hardhats already putting some damage a little bit into the scoreboard for nothing. Just in that first inning alone. Here comes Peterson's next pitch. Roberts makes contact here on a foul ball. This one goes out of play. So he evens himself up here to a 1-1 count. With one away, following the leadoff strikeout to Inhofer. Peterson giving the nod here to his catcher and Olsen. Here comes the pitch. This one is hit hard. This one into left field. This is going to be caught. And that's going to be the second out. That was Lunders making the catch. So 2 away here for the first 2 batters from Inhofer and Roberts. Here is Kiefer. And he just scored his 67th run of the year and got his 35th walk on his last at-bat. Peterson the first pitch here. This one coming in close. It's going to hit him off the elbow. Right on that elbow guard. So that's going to be the first hit by pitch here for Post 22 offense in this game. For Kiefer, the center field, that's the 12th hit by pitch. He took one yesterday, the first pitch he saw in the first game, just straight off the back. So Wyatt Reeder comes in, had the first base hit of this game for both teams on the bunt single, also driving in for the 3rd run of the game. Peterson, the runner back behind him, 2 outs as well still, following the strikeout and the flyout from Inhofer and Roberts. First pitch here, Kiefer taking off the second to throw, up and over, and that's going to be a stolen base for Lars Kiefer. And for Lars, the center fielder, that is his 32nd on the season. So the Hardhats already having 2 stolen bases in this game, and both their first 2 hitters in Roberts and Kiefer. Reeder, the first lefty hitter here the Hardhats will have to start the second inning. Peterson, the pitch. This one outside on that top corner for ball 2. As there is 2 Olsens here for East. Ethan Olsen, the second baseman, and Braden Olsen, the catcher. 2 balls, no strikes. Kiefer again with his leading going back and forth. This drop had a little curve. This is going to be in for ball 3. So Reeder, 3-0 count. First 3 pitches that he sees. And they still have a runner there on second with Lars Kiefer. Peterson, the righty, hands one off. This one outside, so that's going to be a 4-pitch walk here onto Wyatt Reeder. That is his 31st walk of the season. So that puts runners on first and second here with Kiefer and Reeder on board. Here comes Jace Morgan. He also got the second base hit of the Hardhats back in the first inning, driving in 2 RBIs on his single. And Peterson, the first pitch here. This one is up and away. Olsen, the high, pops right back up to his heels, looking back to the runner there on second. Kiefer, who had a big lead, but no one was covering the bag. So 1-0 the count. And the first baseman playing in front of Reeder on first. Peterson's next pitch, this one outside here for ball 2. Morgan knows better not to take that one. Another lefty hitting batter for Post 22. They have 2 in a row in Reeder, Morgan. And one time they had Steen, Morgan, Reeder, all 3 in those in that order. And here is the first strike here for the Hardhats left fielder. He lets this one go right down the middle. Doesn't go very often there. 2-1 count. Peterson looks back to Kiefer on second, takes his little leap, and the little step fake on the step off the mound there from Tommy Peterson, and that will pull the runners off there. We have not seen a pickoff attempt here for Peterson today in this 4th pitch here of this at-bat, coming to that top left corner for ball 3 here on to Jace Morgan. So it's a 3-1 count with 2 away after the first 2 batters for Post 22 got out. And then it followed with a hit by pitch to Kiefer and Reeder with the walk. This one is going to be in for strike 2. Morgan thought it was going to be there for ball 4. So full count here for the Hardhats left fielder. Peterson, the right-hander, gets his ball. Runners take off. This one is in down low, so that's ball 4. And that's going to put the bases loaded here for the second time in this game for the Hardhats. And that is the first walk allowed on the day for Jace Morgan. That is the 32nd time that he has got a free base to first. Here is Carter Johnson. He had a sacrifice bunt on his first at-bat of the game. So still with 2 away. First baseman still playing out in front of Morgan on first. And this first pitch here is going to be in for a strike here onto Carter Johnson. He did not get a base hit in the 2 games yesterday and against West. He did have a sac fly. He racked up a few RBIs as well. And here on the second pitch, this one is going to be caught in down low. This one for ball 1. Olsen just getting his catcher's mitt on that one. If that was going to go rolling back, Lars Kiefer would have taken off to third to come in and make this a 5-0 game. Here comes Peterson. This one is coming up high. This one for ball 2. So 2-1 count just right on that line there to the top of the strike zone for Johnson. Here comes the next pitch. Takes a swing here. Gets a piece of it. Fouls it off. So it's a 2-2 count. He'll take his little walk here around the catcher. Back in the batter's box. Home plate umpire who walks up the new ball here to Peterson, the pitcher. Maybe the base runners might take this full round here, might all put on full throttle. 2-2. Peterson the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3 here. So that's the third out, and that does it for the top of the second. Post 22, as they do not get a run here in the second inning, but they did have the first 2 batters, a leadoff strikeout to Inhofer, followed by the flyout to Roberts. First 2 batters with 2 outs, and then the hit by pitch by Kiefer, followed by back-to-back walks to Wyatt Reeder and Jace Morgan to put them aboard, and then the strikeout there from Johnson. Second K of the game and the inning there for Peterson. And now for post 22 here, Jay Moreno back toward the mound, and Sioux Falls East went through their first 4 batters in the lineup. They started off with a leadoff double from Brody Schaefer, then Ethan Olsen, the second baseman, getting a hit by pitch, and then it was the 6-3 double play from Aiden Roberts that was hit by Colin Lunders, and then Dietrich Hahn on the ground out to Roberts, the throw over to first there for the final out to end the first inning. So the first 3 leadoff hitters for Sioux Falls East here is going to be the first baseman, number 22, Caleb Bumman, and batting second is going to be the catcher, number 7, Braden Olsen. And then batting third, the right fielder, number 12, Caden Sporer. Those are the 3 batters due up here for Sioux Falls East. And Jaden Moreno's final warm-up pitch here in the bottom of the second is here, as he gives his third baseman a fist bump. Blaine Hunt for the post 22 Hardhats, usually the shortstop, as he suffered an injury right after the Firecracker tournament to the foot. And the Hardhats are going to try to keep him here for the state regionals coming up here in the next few weeks. Those will be played here. So first pitch here in the second for Moreno. This one is going to be in down the middle for strike 1. So another good start off. He started his first 2 batters with an 0-2 count. Moreno taking a step back. Here is his pitch. This one is going to go a little outside, and that one for ball 1. Here's the first base, maybe that pop-up catch from Brody Thompson and the top of the first. 1-1 here, Moreno, this one up and away, another high catch there. Having to stretch out that left arm is Brody Thompson. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Moreno's next pitch, the third ball here. This one just on that outside corner. So the leadoff hitter, Moreno, who has not allowed a walk today. He's only allowed 21 on the season, the lowest for one of the starting pitchers. And the next pitch here, swung on and missed for strike 2. And Declan Mickley, who is 6-1 now, he has 53 strikeouts to 17 batters walked. He has the lowest there for a starter. 2-2. Moreno, this curve it's going to be outside for ball 4. So it's going to be a leadoff walk here to start the bottom of the second inning for Caleb Bumman, and the 22nd walk allowed on the year for Jaden Moreno. Here comes the catcher, number 7, Braden Olsen. So he will step on into the batter's box. Moreno gets his call. Reeder on first base. And this one is going to come up and in close there for ball 1. As Olsen there leaning back. Didn't want to take that one up near the face. So both of these pitchers hitting one guy at least. Ethan Olsen, and the pick off the 10th throw to first. Runner is in safe. Olsen and Kiefer both being the beneficiaries of the hit by pitch. So 1-0 count here. Moreno's second pitch. This one drops in for a strike. This one was a little in down low, but it's going to be counted for. So Olsen looks over to his third base coach here. He's going to get the call sign as well as the runner on first. Moreno. Pitch comes, swung on, a hard hit ball. This one will go foul on the third baseline. So he'll have to do it again. Following that, it'll be a 1-2. We saw a lot of foul balls yesterday, especially Josh Elder. He was going back and forth between every pitch that he was seeing. He was not giving up on any, trying just to get something at every single pitch that he could see. Even if he was making a little contact with it, he was still fighting. 1-2. Moreno, pitch, hard foul ball, out to the left side. So that's back-to-back foul balls hit in the same direction on the left side. Foul on the third baseline. So it's 1-2 here. After the leadoff hitter had the walk, this is just the second batter here in the second inning for East. Moreno, the quick throw. This one over the head there of Wyatt Reeder. He's going to have to go back and chase after this one. Runner taking off from second. And Boomin heading into third. Reeder the throw. And that's going to be the first error here of the game for post 22. And the Hardhats, not what they wanted to do there. Moreno just throwing this one up a little bit high, getting out of the reach of Wyatt Reeder on first base. As he had to go run all the way back towards the fence to the right side of him. So it'll be a 1-2 count here for Braden Olsen. Boom in on third. And here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So that is the first strikeout here of the game for Jaden Moreno, his 62nd on the season. And now here comes the right fielder, number 12, Caden Sporer. Moreno, first one. This one is in at knee level. This is going to be in for strike 1. So an 0-1 start up here. And Moreno still having to be a little bit of cautious about the runner on third. Here comes the next pitch. This one down low. Thompson he put his hand right down in that one, stopping that rolling ball from getting behind him. So it'll be a 1-1 count here. Jaden Moreno looks to the runner on third. Roberts with him off the back. Pitch comes, a swung on. This is a fly ball into right field. This is Carter Johnson. It's going to land. So not what he wanted either. That's going to be an RBI single here, and Sioux Falls East will get their first base hit of the game, or second base hit of the game, and that will be their first run. So Boomin in with the run. Sporer there with the RBI single. Johnson, that was a little bit out in front of him. It would have, when Reyes was hit, come a little bit forward. Reyes was dropping too, just out a little far in front of him. May have lost it up in the sky as well. So here comes the DH, Jens McLarty. So the runner on first there for East. Moreno, first pitch here. This one is coming in close, and the batter again stepping back. Didn't want to take that pitch for ball 1. So 1-0. Only one out following the strikeout to Braden Olsen, the catcher. That was just the second batter here in the inning. This is the fourth. Moreno's pitch. This one dropped. It had a little curve to it there for strike 1. So Moreno throwing in some wicked sauce onto that pitch. Putting it a little bit there on the laces to give it that extra turn. So 1-1 count with one away. Jaden Moreno holding in his position. He's just going to take the step here off the mound. He's got a good look there on the runner in the corner of his left eye. And he also kind of looks to that turn there from his left shoulder for being that right-handed pitcher. 1-1. Moreno's pitch. This is swung on, a left field ball in the air. Morgan is under it, makes the catch there for the second out. So that's just the fly ball. 2 away. And pulls in now the center fielder, Kason Christensen. So they still have Sporer on first following his RBI single. And this is the 9th out of the lineup for East here. Christensen facing off with Moreno. Both teams having 2 hits and an error. This one is going to come outside in the opposite batter's box for a 1-0 start. Moreno back here to the drawing board for his next pitch that Brody Thompson is going to let him know about. And they're going to try to pick off the runner on first. Raider makes the catch, but the tag there is not in time enough. So 1-0 count. Hardhats, they did have a good pickoff attempt yesterday And it was that connection from Mickley to Reeder, and it was the benefit there with him being a left-handed pitcher, and he's got a straight look shot to the runner on first. So there is a quick time called here at the plate from Pete Christensen. So 1-0. Here is Jada Moreno on the mound, a right-handed batter. I haven't paid attention to it if they have a lefty yet. And this one is going to come up and high for ball 2. So Moreno really kicking some dirt there on the mound, trying to get it to what he likes. Maybe that little step down. He wants it to be a little bit lower into some shallow here on this dirt field. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. This one also coming all the way down, hitting the dirt in the batter's box. I don't know if you were able to see that, but that was in for strike 1. So Moreno turning that 2-0 start to a 2-1 flip. Here comes his next pitch. This drop is having enough turn on it as well. In for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a 4-1 game now here in the bottom of the second inning. In this first game of the doubleheader between Sioux Falls East. In the 2 final games of the regular season. Pitch comes, this is up and away. Runner takes off to second. Jackson Reeder makes the catch, and they're going to get the runner out. So that is going to be the 3rd out here, and that will do it for the second inning. Post 22, holding on to that 4. They had a 4-0 lead entering this second inning, and then it was the RBI single from Caden Spohr there, who also gets out trying to take off running. So the leadoff hitters for Post 22 will be Dexter Steen, Jackson Reeder, and Brody Thompson. So we'll take another short break here on Hardhats TV, and we'll be back for the start of the 3rd inning in this first game of the doubleheader between Sioux Falls East. All right, we're back and ready to go here for the start of the 3rd inning. Dexter Steen here, the designated hitter for Post 22, will be the leadoff hitter. And we'll see a lefty leadoff. So he gets set. Peterson still on the mound here for Sioux Falls East. He had 2 strikeouts in the last inning. First pitch, Steen, we'll see. Yeah, this one coming in a little bit closer to him, but it's going to be in for a strike. So first pitch here in the 3rd inning, Peterson on the 0-1 start. He had a little bit of a rough start to this game, walking the first 2 batters. Peterson's next pitch, this one is going to be outside, but also accounted for as strike 2. Again, for Steen, battling with a little bit of that shoulder injury, but he's been able to come back. He had an early injury to the same shoulder against 320 on that first game they played. He's going to put this ground ball here right to the second baseman. The scoop to throw to first. So a leadoff ground out here for Steen. He goes 0 for 2 today. And now this is going to pull in Jackson Reeder, who had a bunt single as well. Both of the Reeder brothers getting the bunt singles, putting up 3 of the base hits today. Getting settled on in here for the youngster. First pitch he sees, this one is going to go on that outside corner there for strike 1. Jackson Reeder getting his 9th hit of the year and his 9th single in a Hardhats uniform. He has been playing with the U18 team. And this next pitch is going to drop in. This one for strike 2. Hardhats, or U18 team, went up all the way to the Gopher Classic as well. They won 3 out of their 5 games in pool play, and they will be playing in Williston here on the next few games. 0-2 count. Reeder takes a little bit of a pop. This one is high up in the air to the left field side. This one is just going to drop in for a foul ball. That was right out to the left side of left fielder, Colin Wonders. It was all the 3rd baseman, shortstop, and left fielder. 3 guys trying to give chase there to 1 ball. So Reeder just 3 pitches in here with an 0-2 count with one away, following Steen the leadoff ground out for him, which was picked up by the second baseman Olsen. The throw over to the first there in Bowman. Peterson with his call. Takes the deep breath off the mound. Pitch comes. Another foul ball here by Jackson Reeder. This one is out and rolling here into a grass field and someone's lawn here near the fields. Maybe not appreciate that very much. So 0-2. Two straight foul balls. This next pitch taking an outside turn for ball one. So Jackson Reeder, another pat on his chest. He re-enters the batter's box here. Peterson lifting the leg off the mound. This one high and inside, right out in front of the hands there of Jackson Reeder. That's one place you do not want to get hit, is in the fingers or in the wrist area on an at-bat. So 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out here. Peterson's pitch, this one up high for ball 3. So Jackson Reeder had an 0-2 start here in this count on his second at-bat of the game, and now he has found himself all the way to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Peterson the pitch, this one outside. Reeder stays patient enough, and he will take for ball 4, and that is going to be a walk. So that is the second time this year for Jackson Reeder for the Hardhats that he has been walked. So here comes the catcher, number 20, Brody Thompson. And he had that pop out to the first baseman, and that one ended the first inning. So Peterson getting ready here. Him and Elder both splitting time. Usually we saw Elder play DH in the first game yesterday. He caught in the second, and this throw over to first. This one not a good handle there, caught by Booman. That one was down to the dirt, but Reeder on the slide on in for safe. Peterson the pitch. First one here to Thompson. He'll let this one go in through down the middle for strike 1. So an 0-1 count. Takes his prep work here before he re-enters the bat box for the next pitch. Peterson, this one up and away, putting a little bit of a heat gun into that one. Spinning up with the radar. 1-1 count with 1 away. Jackson Reeder, another lead there off of first base following his walk. And they're going to try to go to Booman there on first. And a nice hard throw there on that pickoff attempt. Jackson sliding in safe. 1-1. Peterson will look over his shoulder again. Here it comes. Reeder taking off. This could be a hit by pitch. And Thompson taking that one off the knee. So that's the second time that Peterson has hit a batter here for Brody Thompson. That is the 7th hit by pitch for him on the season. So here comes Dawson Inhofer. He was the leadoff hitter in the second inning for Post 22, and then he had a strikeout. So he's 0 for 1 today. With 1 out, runners on first and second. Coach Ewing is going to talk here. They're going to have a courtesy runner come in, and this is going to be Ryan Negebauer coming in for Brody Thompson. So they pull him out. We saw that happen all the time in Minnesota. We did not see it yesterday, though, when Thompson was on the bags. And first pitch here that Inhofer will see. This one on that top outside corner for him on that righty batter for strike 1. 0-1. Peterson getting settled on in. That first baseman playing in tight here again. Waiting to see if Inhofer will play the bunt. Next pitch drops in for strike 2. So Dawson Inhofer, he's not going to come out early here. He's just being laid back, not aggressive. He'll take the pitches that he wants to take here. 0-2 with 1 away. Tommy Peterson on the mound. Pitch comes. This drop catches him looking. So that's the second strikeout of the game onto Dawson Inhofer. This one he got looking, and that is the 3rd here in the game for Tommy Peterson, his first looking. So here comes Ian Roberts making his 3rd at-bat of the game. He has a walk and a fly out today. And they still have the runners on first and second. Peterson, righty, looking back and forth to home plate in second. And this first one is coming up high and away for ball 1. And I'm shocked that Ian Roberts has not got a hit by pitch yet here, as in the last few games he has to rack up at least 2 hit by pitches in a game. He had 2 in game 1 of the doubleheader. And first pitch, a high pop-up. Boom in the first base would give it chase. He's under in front of the Hardhats dugout, and it's caught. So another pop-up to finish out an inning, which is caught here by Caleb Booman. And the Hardhats don't get one run in there after it was a hit by a pitch and a walk to Jackson Reeder and Brody Thompson to get some stuff going. So Moreno back here on the mound for the Hardhats, and the leadoff hitter still will be Kason Christensen after they got that caught stealing from Sporer. He will still be on the at-bat here for the East center fielder. And it'll be followed by Brody Schaefer and Ethan Olson. Thompson getting in his warm-up pitches. Thompson, who did pitch in yesterday's game. They went from Declan Mickley to Broden Sales. He had 2 strikeouts. He only pitched 0.2 innings, and then Thompson came in at the end there and went into the 7th, getting 3 strikeouts for him. And then he kind of collapsed a little bit, and then they went to Carter Johnson from right field to get that finish there in the game, in which he did. So we're ready to go. Christensen into the box. Gina Moreno will do the honors of the first pitch here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the first one comes in. He's going to take a swing. This is a high fly ball into left field. Morgan under it. Makes another great catch. Another sliding catch for Jace Morgan. He had one yesterday in the first game of the doubleheader. And the first pitch here in the 3rd inning, already 1 out seen. And here comes Brody Schaefer. He had a leadoff double. Him and Caden Sporer only having the 2 hits here in this game. Here is Moreno on the mound. Glove up high, takes a step back, and now with the lean off the mound. This one took a bounce out into the dirt before it even reached Thompson in the glove here. So that one for ball 1. First pitch of the last at-bat. Christensen wasting no time. Got a late swing. It was caught by Morgan. Second pitch here. This one up and away. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out here. In the bottom of the 3rd inning, a 4-1 lead for Post 22 over Sioux Falls East. Moreno delivers. Swung on. This one is into center field. Kiefer just moves a slight bit. He's under it and makes the catch there for the 2nd out here in the inning. So 2 away in the 3rd. Schaefer goes 1 for 2 today. And now this will pull in the second baseman, Ethan Olson. He has a hit by pitch on his first at-bat of the game. 2 today for Peterson, 1 for Moreno hitting batters. So he gets his call sign. Here comes the pitch. This one is in for a strike. So 0-1 start. Moreno settling on in here again. It's his windup. Pitch comes. Swung on a ground ball. In-hole for giving chase. They got a snatch on it, but it comes right back out of the glove. So that's going to be a base hit for Ethan Olson. And with 2 outs on the infield single. East having 3 hits. Hardhats just still having 2. Now here comes Cullen Lunders. He hit to that 6-3 double play from Roberts. And Moreno looking in the corner of his eye. Here comes the first pitch. This is a hard line drive into left center. So back-to-back hits have been led up here by Moreno. And Lunders is up here. And now Dietrich Hahn, the 3rd baseman, would have ground out to Aiden Roberts. That one finished out the 1st inning for both of these teams. So he is getting on, set, and ready again. Moreno, after letting up 2 base hits in a row. 4th hit for Sioux Falls here in this first game. Looking back to the 2nd. Here comes pitch. This one outside. Takes a bounce. Thompson cannot find it. It's back behind him. Moreno will have to point at it where it is. So that one, Brody Thompson just could not find it. He was looking back behind him when it was really out in front of him to the left side. So both of the base runners will take the advantage off of that and move on to 2nd and 3rd base. And now Moreno back to the mound after that first one, just a little bit out of control. He went down into the dirt first. Gets his step back. Here comes the pitch. As this one is up and high. Thompson makes the catch. This one for ball 2. So Olsen at third. Lunder is at second. Moreno the glove over the face. Here with the little flap. Here comes the pitch. This one down low for ball 3. So this is the first time in this game that Jaden Moreno has done a 3-0 count. He has walked only one batter here, and that was to Caleb Booman, who is on deck. If they get to him, 3-0 count. Moreno pitch down low, ball 4. So that will put the bases loaded for the first time here in this game for Sioux Falls East, and Coach Kindred will come out of the dugout here for post 22, and we will see our first mound visit for both teams here of the game. So they will get together after with bases loaded now with 2 outs. Now this is Caleb Booman, the first baseman. He had a walk and has the only run here in this game for East, and he also advanced the bases on a pitch there from one that got away from Thompson. So they just got to polish up a little bit there. Thompson doing his best there, and the last one just going down into the dirt as well and bouncing off of Thompson. Probably had a little feeling behind him that it was right there, and some of the times when you think it's behind you and it's not, you're kind of in that oh wait moment. So they look to shake that off. We'll see what the response is here from Jaden Moreno after the mound visit, with bases loaded with 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Looking to all the base runners. First pitch here swung on and missed here by Booman for strike 1. Back to the mound, and this is a lefty hitter, so this is the first one. Could be the only one in the lineup here for East that has a lefty hitter. Hardhats having a few as well. 0-1 count. Moreno looking around. Pitch comes, the drop. This is a ground ball. Here's Wyatt Reeder, the first baseman, doesn't do much. And Moreno, who went to cover first base, but Reeder will just do it himself there. And that is the 3rd and final out here in the 3rd inning. So the Hardhats kind of taking a little deep breath there, and they get a little help from the baseball gods on the ground out there. So post 22, heading into the 4th inning, still in that 4-1 lead, and the leadoff hitters are going to be Lars Kiefer, Wyatt Reeder, and Jace Morgan. So we'll take another short break here on Hardhats TV, and we'll be back for the start of the 4th inning between post 22 Hardhats and Sioux Falls East. All right, we're ready to go here for the start of the 4th inning in this first game of the doubleheader. Here is Lars Kiefer, as he has a walk and a hit by pitch today with a stolen base and a run. Him and Roberts have kind of done a little bit of damage with both having a stolen base and a run here in this game. So first pitch here, after we saw in the last inning there was 1 strikeout to lead off, and this one is going to be in for a strike, so it's an 0-1 start, as Kiefer, the center fielder, will just shake it off here a little bit. Nothing too much to worry about. Peterson pitch comes. This one coming in close. Almost could have been the 2nd hit by pitch for him on the day. That one backing up a little bit for ball 1. So it's a 1-1 count. Peterson the pitch, up and away again. Another close one there near the head of Lars Kiefer. Just moving that back a little bit, avoiding getting hit. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Here is the pitch. Kiefer gets a piece of it on a foul ball here. This one rolling back in towards the backstop. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Kiefer. Wyatt Reeder following him up. And then Jace Morgan is the third batter here. Those are the 3 due up. 2-2 count. Peterson hands one over, down low, catches Kiefer looking for strike 3. So Peterson, his 4th strikeout of the game. He has had at least 1 strikeout since the 2nd inning of the game. Now here comes Wyatt Reeder. He's been on base both times here on his 2 at-bats, hitting that bunt single on his first AB and then the walk there on his second. Also having 1 run today. Reeder having 77 RBIs with 75 singles on the season. Here comes the first pitch he sees. Lets this one drop in through for a 0-1 start off here for strike 1. 0-1 start. Here is Tommy Peterson, the right-hander. Pitch comes to Reeder, takes a swing, a hard ground ball, first base line, booming, juggling it, diving to first. He's going to get Reeder. So that one was a little bit of a circus play. Boomin, who juggled it around him, couldn't get a good handle within his glove, and then took a dive to get to first base. So Reeder the ground out there to first, and now that is 2 away here in this inning. This pulls in Jace Morgan as well. He's been on base twice here on his at-bats, 2 RBI single on his first, and then a walk on his second at-bat. So the first 2 batters going away for Kiefer and Reeder. Peterson the first pitch here to Morgan. This one is going back behind him. Almost clipped him there on the backside. So that's going to be for ball 1. For the lefty hitter, Tater Johnson, the man on deck, who goes and gets that ball out of the way. Peterson is next offering. This drop is just a little too high in the strike zone for ball 2. Good sign there for Jace Morgan having a good 2-0 cushion here. Peterson the next pitch. This one is going to go down low for ball 3. So Jace Morgan, his walk today, that was his 32nd. He would like to add for his 33rd walk of the year. And now here is the 3-0 pitch. This one is down the middle for a strike here. So we always see the no-take there from any batter, either if it's the Hardhats or the visiting other team that they're playing. Always a 3-0 take. Next pitch, Morgan, a hard ground ball, right back to Boomin, makes the catch there, and that's going to be the 3rd out. So the Hardhats go 1-2-3 there in that inning with Kiefer, Reeder, and Morgan with a strikeout and 2 groundouts to the first baseman for both of those batters. So the Hardhats trying to get something a little bit started here. They have not scored since the first inning, and it seems like Sioux Falls East is picking up a little bit of the hot bats here. They've been able to kind of find a way through Jaden Moreno and his pitches to get hits, as they have 4 hits in this game, and Post 22 having 2, and they both each having an error apiece. So they get some stuff rolling here. Leading off for Sioux Falls is going to be the catcher, Brandon Olson, followed by Caden Sporer and Jens McLarty. Those are going to be the 3 batters due up here. And Moreno, he will enter his 4th inning pitch. He only has 1 strikeout here. And that strikeout came to Brandon Olson, who will be the first batter up here. And they had him swinging. And then Tommy Peterson, 4 strikeouts today, 2 swinging and 2 looking. So we get started here for the bottom of the 4th inning. And the Hardhats will be hosting their state regionals at home. Don't know who they will face off yet, as these next few games here in the next few days will kind of determine that. So we'll see. Gets a little piece here of the Rosenbag, it looks like, back behind the mound. Something to get some grip here. So here is Olson, the catcher, getting set on in here. Moreno, the first pitch in the 4th. Right-hander right down the middle. This one is going to be for ball 1. So the 1-0 start. Moreno does have a fast setup. He gets the ball right back. He already knows what he's going to do for the next pitch, and he's right back into it with a quick setup. Next pitch coming up high to that top left corner, again near right in front of the hands for ball 2. Moreno the step. Pitch comes. Swan on a ground ball. It's right to Aiden Roberts. He gets the scoop. The throw over to the first. Reeder the jump. Also keeping the leg there on to first base, and he gets the ground out there. So first batter and Olsen retires on the ground out to Aiden Roberts. Not the first ground out that he has made here today. And now this is Caden Sporer here. 1 for 1 today, an RBI single. Getting the lone RBI for Sioux Falls today. Moreno, the first pitch that he will give to him. This one is going to be in for a strike. So the 0-1 start. Good way to go here for Gina Moreno on the mound. With his next one, the low drop back. Pitch comes. This one down low. Thompson putting, again, full down force into that one. Not wanting that one to go back behind him again. That's happened twice here today in this game. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch comes. Swan on a high pop up. This one's going to be for a foul ball up and out of play. So 1-2 here for Sporer, the right fielder. And on deck is Jens McLarty, the DH. 1-2. Gina Moreno hauls one in. This one is going to be outside, and another one kind of hopping from his knees across into the opposite batter's box. There is Brody Thompson, making sure he's got his full body back and behind that one. 2-2 the count. Moreno's pitch takes the wicked curve, almost going to be in for strike 3, but it's going to be for ball 3. So our first full count here in this 4th inning for both teams. And Jaden Moreno hands one over. This one outside for ball 4. And that will be a walk here just to the second batter faced here. And no movement in the bullpens for each team yet. We saw the Hardhats, they kind of made some pitching changes later in the game yesterday. On the first game, just the second game, they went through 4 pitchers, and Mickley, Thompson, Sales, and Johnson. So the runner on first, this is Jens McLaury, the DH. He had a fly into left field. That was another great diving catch that was made from Jace Morgan, not his only, or no, that was Kanan Christensen, who will be up next if they will avoid the double play here. That could be in the hands of the Hardhats. First pitch here, this is a hard hit ball into center field. Diving catch, just knocked up by Kiefer. So that's going to be a base hit for Jens McLarty, and that was a great effort from Lars Kiefer there, making that diving play, looking like Superman, but just on a baseball field. And that one was right in that glove there, and it just kind of popped right back out. Couldn't get a good hold of it. So I'll put runners on first and second here. That is the 5th base hit of the game for Sioux Falls East. Here comes Kason Christensen, the center fielder. He had that fly out to left field, which was caught by the diving catch of Jace Morgan. So Jaden Moreno, first pitch that he will offer to him, down the middle for strike 1. Jaden Moreno can really put some heat on that one. Maybe at the end of the year I should do the Chinese Mustard Award of the Year. Voted on myself, as that's kind of been the biggest theme that I've said. The Chinese Mustard, Brixton and I, when he was in the booth with us for the Veterans Classic, we had a lot of hot sauce analogies. So the next pitch here for the 1-1 count, with still one away after the leadoff hitter, hitting the ground out to Aiden Roberts, which was Braden Olsen. So we're still on 1-2. 4-1 the score in favor of Post 22. Pitch comes, swung on a ground ball into shallow right center. 1 run is going to come around third, and this is throwing from Johnson, so that's going to be an RBI single, and this lead is now cut to half here. It is a 4-2 score. Caden Christensen here getting the RBI single, which pulls in the runner, and Caden Sporer. So he gets an RBI and a run for him today, and that puts runners on the corners here. And now we go back, making his 3rd at-bat here of the game is the leadoff hitter, the shortstop, number 3, Brody Schaefer. He is 1 for 2 today. He had a leadoff double and a fly out into center field, which was caught by Kiefer. So Brody Thompson gives a call here to his infielders, with them patting the equipment on this call. So Moreno getting ready here, allowing the 6th hit on him today. Looks to the runners in the corners, back behind him, in front of him. First pitch, this one is up and high, and for ball 1. So 1-0. Moreno, the swaying right arm, as a step outside the box from Schaefer, looking across to his third base coach, waiting for his call. Moreno, the right-hander, pitch comes. This one down low. Thompson closes the 5-hole just in time, and he wants to switch out the balls here. And we'll see another mound visit here from Coach Kindred. the second one here in the last 2 innings. Moreno is not very happy as there was a little bag there back behind the mound. He picked it up and slammed it. So a little bit of some frustration here from Jaden Moreno. Just things maybe not going right in his way. He's allowed 6 hits today and 2 runs against, and it's still a 4-2 lead for Post 22, but the offense might need to get a little bit of that spark back. They haven't scored since the opening inning here in this first game, so Kinger will try his best here to calm down Jaden Moreno on the mound, and his infielders will also come up and together here. I would expect nothing much to a lot change in the lineup for the next game for Post 22. We'll probably see still Aiden Roberts, Kiefer, Reeder, Morgan, a lot of these guys still in the same lineup. I would maybe see if Dexter Steen could be possibly playing in the field, or maybe he might just be on the bench or play DH. We'll just have to see, but most of these guys here playing this game, you will see playing in the second game. So 2-0 count here following the mound visit. Runners on the corners. Moreno's pitch. This one dropped on that bottom right corner. This is going to be for ball 3. So Jaden Moreno, who has a walk here in the inning, that was to Caden Sporer, who came in for that run just a few minutes ago to get this to the 4-2. Moreno pitch up high. That's going to be for ball 4. So that's put bases loaded. That's the second time that Sioux Falls East has had it today. Now we're seeing some action here for Post 22 in the bullpen. So we will see, I believe it's Skylar Montgomery getting warmed up in there. So here comes Ethan Olson. Hit by pitch and a single today. First one he sees a ground ball. Diving catch. Roberts throws to second. Reeder to Reeder. Gets the double play. Unbelievable. Aiden Roberts is not human. Diving play on the ground ball. Throws it to Jackson Reeder. Throws it to Wyatt Reeder. And that's the 6-4-3 double play. And the Hardhats keep them off of the scoreboard here, still in the inning. An unbelievable, insane play to finish out this 4th inning for Post 22. So we go to the 5th inning, and that is going to be the talk here of the day. Aiden Roberts making a spectacular Superman dive in the field to make that catch. Jace Morgan making a nice catch in left field, and an attempt there, the great effort from Lars Kiefer in center field. So Post 22, the leadoff hitters here to start off this 5th inning are going to be Carter Johnson, followed by Dexter Steen and Jackson Reeder. Those are the 3 due up here. So again, back to Sioux Falls East. They have scored 2 runs in the 2nd and 4th inning. Hardhats, they've only scored 4 there in the top of the 1st inning, so they kind of need to find that spark back in the offense. And on the mound is Tommy Peterson. He's been also catching some heat here in the last few innings. 4 total strikeouts, 2 in the 2nd inning and 1 each in the 3rd and 4th innings. So they go to the 5th. And then Tater Johnson today, a sacrifice bunt and a strikeout for him today, 0 for 2. So he is just going to settle on in here, waiting for his next at-bat in this game. So he's going to get on in set. Peterson, the righty, will stick on to it. And the game 2 of this doubleheader will happen at 2:30 East, or 2:30 Central Time. I made the mistake yesterday of saying that Mountain Time at 11 o'clock. But today it's 12 and 2:30 Central Time. And then that regular season will be wrapped up and put into the history books for Post 22. And the state tournament being held at the end of July through the 1st of August in Watertown, South Dakota. So Peterson getting his final warm-up pitch in. Tater Johnson will make his 3rd at-bat, following with Steen and Reeder. Hardhats up 4-2 in this 5th inning of play. Johnson, the right fielder, gets his little slide in there in the batter's box. His signature slide, what he does before he sees his next at-bat. So we get set and ready here. Pitch comes. First one is down low and inside for ball one. So the 1-0 start here in this. Next pitch here from Peterson. Down low the offering for ball two. Peterson, another quick setup for him, just like Moreno. One pitch in, and he's ready for the next one. And Johnson, this third pitch he sees down the middle for strike one. 2 balls and 1 strike. He'll get settled on in here. Next pitch he sees, gets a piece of it here on the foul ball. This one is riding right there on that first base line. Steen, who comes out from the on-deck circle, comes up and gets it out of the way. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter in the 5th inning for Carter Johnson. Pitch comes, swung on. This is a hard hit ball out into center field, and it's caught for the first out here. We actually do have a pitching change for Sioux Falls East. This is number 1, Wish Nelson. So he's going to come in this 5th inning. And Johnson here, a fly into center field. So Dexter Steen, 2 groundouts today, 1 to the pitcher and 1 to the second baseman, 0 for 2. And Nelson, the first pitch, this one coming outside. A little outside, just not having much control on that pitch there. So Steen, the 1-0 start. Nelson, the next pitch he sees as Steen gets a piece of this foul ball here. This one is rolling over here on that third base line towards the Sioux Falls dugout. So it's a 1-1 count here. Nelson, the windup pitch comes, another dropper. This one is facing outside here of Steen for ball 2 for the lefty hitting designated hitter in this game for the Hardhats. Next pitch outside, ball 3. So Steen might want to see here if he can get a free ticket to first base on a 3-1 count here. As Wish Nelson, this is just his second batter faced here since he came into the game in this inning. Takes his step, windup pitch comes, top left corner, ball 4. So Dexter Steen gets his first walk here of the game, the first time that we have seen him on base. So he is now there. Here comes Jackson Reeder. A bunt single and a walk for him today. So that's what he will do. Nelson allowing his first walk. We've not seen a mound visit for Sioux Falls East yet in this game. We've seen 2 from Coach Kindred and the Hardhats with Gina Moreno on the mound. So Nelson with a runner back behind him on first. Third baseman playing in tight here. This one is going to come outside of Jackson Reeder. This one for ball 1. So the 1-0 count. 1 away following the fly out into center field from Johnson. And then the last at-bat, Steen taking the walk, making it for his 34th of the season. And this next pitch coming in down low with the dirt kicking on up for ball 2 here. Reeder getting right back on into this next pitch here. 3 pitch in, no, a picked off attempt there to first. Steen slides in safe and sound on that attempt. 2-0 count. Steen takes his lead off of first. Nelson here with the pitch. This one on that top left corner, ball 3 here to Jackson Reeder. So the Hardhats finding some ways here to get on base after that electric play from Aiden Roberts, the 6-4-3 double play to finish out the 4th inning. 3-0 pitch comes. This one is outside, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk here to Jackson Reeder. That's back-to-back walks for him. And here comes Brody Thompson. Pop out to the first baseman today and a hit by pitch. He is the 8th batter in the lineup for the Hardhats. So he gets set and ready. First baseman now coming in a little bit tight here. Thompson, who does have a lot of power in his swings. He has showed it off to us here a few times, like he did in Pierre during the Veterans Classic. Runner taking off here to third. That's Steen. Both runners take off a hard hit ball left field. This one is just going to go for a foul ball. It had the distance, but it just hooked a little bit left. So Steen and Reeder both were taking off to third and second. Well, that pitch was coming. We'll see if they're going to try to do it here again. And they might have caught on to it here. First baseman and Bowman playing in tight there in the grass, dirt field. 0-1 count. Pitch comes in for strike two here to Thompson. That one just on the outside corner. A little bit down low, but Thompson will just face it off there with it. 0-2, one away. After the last two batters for the Hardhats getting walks and Steen and Reeder on second and first. Here is Wish Nelson, the pitcher, looking back to second. Here with the pitch, this one is swung on a high pop-up into center field. This one here is caught. Steen went to go tag up to third, but he decides he's going to put on the brakes there, and that's going to be the second out. So Thompson still trying to find for his first base hit of the game. And now this is Dawson Inhofer, 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. He had a big game 2 of the doubleheader yesterday. So he is going to get set on in, ready to go.
Right now, 77 degrees. Nice day in Sioux Falls, especially for mid-July. Getting some storms later.
So with 2 away, Steen wanted to tag up from that hit. Went about a few feet and then decided to put on the brakes and come all the way back. And with 2 away, here comes Inhofer, the shortstop, the 9th batter in the lineup. Looking back to the runner on second. Steen and Reeder both taking off. Swung on and missed. And so the runners will go on cross there to second and third. And the catcher there in Olsen, who will not attempt the throw there. Inhofer just trying to be a little aggressive here, trying to make some contact here for the first time in this game. He's 0 for 2 with strikeouts. Nelson's next pitch, Inhofer will get a base hit into left field. Steen rounding in, and Reeder holds on third. So an RBI single for Dawson Inhofer, and he kind of snaps that streak there of the strikeouts there. And post 22, back on the scoreboard since the first inning, pulling in Dexter Steen. So for Steen, making that for his 42nd run of the year, and for Dawson Inhofer, his 41st hit of the year and his 34th single. So we go to Ina Roberts, making his 4th at-bat of the game with runners on the corners with 2 away. And the first pitch here, this one's going to come out away for ball 1. And this one was trampling on over the right side. Both base runners there on the corners holding off. Usually we see the batter give a thumbs up or hold his hand up to see if they want the runners to come in or not. And there, Roberts said don't. 1-0 count. Nelson looking back, here comes the pitch. This one is in for a strike. This one just had a little bit of a drop to it here to the Hardhats third baseman, making his first at-bat since that incredible diving double play. So look back to Inhofer on first, 1-1. They're going to go that direction. Booman makes the catch. Inhofer scurries and hurries back to first. 1-1. Here is Nelson on the mound. Pitch comes. Inhofer taking off to second. The throw is not going to be there. Here comes Reeder to home. The throw to home, and they're going to get him. So Reeder is caught on the throw there. So that is going to do it for the top of the 5th inning. Hardhats getting their first run since the 5th inning, or first inning, and their hit as well. So they will still be at the at-bat of Roberts when we get back into the 6th inning. So Jana Moreno back to the mound here. And we'll take one more short break here on Hardhats TV, and we'll be back for the start of the bottom of the 5th inning between Sioux Falls East and Post 22 Hardhats. We're back and ready for the bottom of the fifth inning here. Ready and getting going. Moreno back on the mound here to start his fifth inning after last inning. A little bit of a rough shaking for Post 22, but they got some big help from their superstar third baseman, Andy Roberts, first base. And this is going to be a single. First pitch, wasting no time here. And that is Colin Lunders. So he's going for his second single of the game. That's the 7th hit for East in this game. So they are also being very hungry for base hits, and they're getting them. So here comes Dietrich Hahn, the third baseman. He is got a ground out and a walk today. So with a runner on first, Jaden Moreno will look down the middle, and they'll look across over to the runner on first. Here comes the pitch. This one is down low. Thompson makes the catch for a ball one start. Will be on deck Caleb Booman, the first baseman. So getting settled on in. Moreno here on the 1-0 pitch. It comes down the middle. Swung on and missed. A little bit of a whoosh was heard up here in the box from Hone. So 1-1 following that previous strike. And they still have that runner there on first after that was hit out in front of Jace Morgan into left field. First pitch here in the bottom of the fifth. Next pitch he sees. This is a ground ball. It's going to be in Hofer. Due to second. Over to first. That's now a 6-4-3 double play. And that clears all the base runners here on the field. So that is the third double play that Post 22 has got today, and Roberts being two of them. Now this time it was Inhofer getting that one. It was 5-4-3 there to finish out that last inning. 2 away, here comes Booman. First pitch that he sees, this one is in down low, called for a strike. So this is a 0-1 start. And Moreno, the righty, putting some turn on this one. This is a ground ball picked up by Jackson Reeder. The throw to Wyatt Reeder for the third out. So they go 1-2-3 in a little bit of a different way there. So quick inning in the bottom of the fifth. Post 22 protecting their 5-2 lead. We go to the 6th inning. So we go to the 6th inning. We will still see Wish Nelson on the mound for Sioux Falls East. And leading off for Post 22 will be Brody Thompson. He will still resume on his at-bat because then they caught Reeder on the steal home to finish out the top of the 5th. So only 2 more innings of play here in this first game of the doubleheader. Played here against Sioux Falls East. They swept West last night. Total of 54 wins, 8 losses, and 1 tie this season. One of the better records in the Torvey era. And Coach Kelvin Torvey, he played in the minor leagues and a little bit in the major leagues. Played for the Minnesota Twins for a little bit. And he played with, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He is the guy from the Seattle Mariners, Ichiro or something like that, up in Japan. He also did play in Japan a little bit, so when manager Kelvin Torvey is giving you some baseball advice, I would advise you to take some because he knows what he's doing. He has played with some major leaguers, and he knows a thing or two because he has seen a thing or two, just like Farmers Insurance, but it's not sponsored. So here comes, this will actually be Aiden Roberts here. So I had it mixed around. Roberts will resume here on this at-bat, and the wind starting to pick up in Sioux Falls here. So maybe this might be effect with balls hit. Nelson, the first one here on a bunt. This one is just going to be placed into the netting for an 0-1 start. And man, that wind is just really going here. So the Hardhats are going to have to fight with this as well as Sioux Falls East. So the 0-1 start following that foul bunt. Here comes Nelson's next pitch. Roberts gets a good hit. This one into right center. This one might have a drop. It's going to be caught by the center fielder. And Casing Christensen, he put the hustle there, burned some tires there, and he is going to get that catch there. That was hit into right center. So here comes Lars Kiefer, a walk hit by pitch and a strikeout today. He is also trying to find his first base hit of the game. He's been on base 2 out of the 3 times with a walk and a hit by pitch. First one he sees, he ducks out of the way for ball 1. Kiefer also taking a few hit by pitches here in the last few games, as well as Ian Roberts. 1-0 pitch. This is swung on Kiefer. This one into left center. This one is carrying. This one's going to drop, hitting back towards the wall. Kiefer turning the boosts on. He's going to go into second. That is going to be a double. So Lars Kiefer will get his first base hit of the game. And that is going to be for his 58th hit of the season and his 7th double. So with 1 away, here comes Wyatt Reeder. He's got a bunt single, a walk, and a ground out today. Kiefer hands off his batting equipment to Coach Ewing. Here he comes into the lefty's batter's box. Kiefer takes his lead off at first, after it was Roberts with the fly into center field for the first out here in this inning. Nelson, the first pitch. Reeder takes a swing. Hard hit ball. This is just a foul. Hooking to the left side, up and over, out of play. 0-1. Nelson here on the mound after laying up his first base hit allowed on the game onto Kiefer. 0-1. Wish Nelson looks back to Kiefer. Pitch comes. This one down low. It's a little piece of it there. So it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out for the Hardhats first baseman, Wyatt Reeder. That first baseman who was playing in tight a little bit earlier, now he's kind of backed off a little bit more, playing in the dirt here. 1-1 pitch from Nelson. It comes to Reeder. This one is going to be taken outside and down low for ball 2. So the 2-1 count here for Reeder, with Kiefer just getting his 8th or 7th double of the season. 2-1 count. Reeder, 109 hits this year. He would like to get his 110th. 2-1 Nelson. Pitch comes. Reeder swings and misses here for strike 2. That's something he doesn't do very often. Swings and misses. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Takes some prep work outside the box. He's going to readjust his hands. Draws the line there on home plate. Back in the batter's box. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 away in the top of the 6th inning. 5-2 score in favor of post 22. And a step here out of the mound from Wish Nelson. So he's back on the mound after taking a quick step off. Reeder sways the bat down low, waiting for his next pitch here. The 2-2. Kiefer also trying to get a little bit of a jump start. He's going to hold off there. Nelson has a look at him in the corner of his eyes. Here comes the pitch to Reeder. Takes a swing. This is a high pop-up. This one into foul territory on the left side. This is the left fielder under it. He'll make the catch. Kiefer again wanting to tag up there, but he will hold off. So Reeder on the fly out. And that'll be for the second out here in this inning. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Here comes Jace Morgan. A 2 RBI single that was hit in the first inning with a walk and a ground out for him today. Nelson looks back to Kiefer on second. They're going to try to pick him off, and he went kind of did a spinorama on that one while trying to pick off the runner. So it'll be still no first pitch here to Jace Morgan on this at-bat. Wish Nelson will look down the middle. Catcher and Olsen will give him a call. Gets set. Kiefer tiptoeing closer to third. Pitch comes. Morgan, hard hit ball. This one going into right field. This one is going to be caught. And he tumbles, somersaults over. And that's the right fielder. And Caden Spoor making that play. Must have taken some notes from the Aiden Roberts catch to get that double play. So Sioux Falls East preventing Post 22 from getting more runs here in this game. Hardhats still having a hold of that 5-2 lead. Kiefer, who had to hold off there onto second. Morgan has made a lot of great contact here in this game. So bottom of the 6th inning we go. Jaden Moreno making his 6th inning appearance. That was amazing.
2 great defensive plays. That sliding grab in foul territory was great, too.
Yeah.
wind is kind of nowhere.
Yeah.
These pitchers are freaking terrible. For the wind.
So Jaden Moreno has only thrown one strikeout today. That happened
6,
back in the second inning. 7 hits against him and 2 runs allowed. So the leadoff hitter for Sioux Falls East is going to be Braden Olson, the catcher. A strikeout and a ground out here for him today. And again, this wind, it's picking up. It's kind of on and off, so we'll see how much this could kind of be a factor for both of these teams here. Moreno, the first pitch here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gets the step off the mound. Pitch comes. This one is down the middle for strike 1. So an 0-1 start. Moreno, who has also done a very good job of starting almost every at-bat here, putting a strike in first. Here comes the next pitch. This one just dropping a little low. Thompson makes the catch for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Moreno with the step back off the mound. Pitch comes. This one down low again, just like that last one for ball 2. So it's a 2-1 count. It's the leadoff hitter and Olson, the catcher, followed by Caden Sporer and Jens McLarty. Those are the 3 batters due up here in the bottom of the 6th for Sioux Falls East. Moreno's pitch. This one dropped perfectly into the strike zone for strike numero 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Moreno the pitch. This one getting a piece of the chest pad. This one bounces over to the right side for ball 3 here. So full count to start the 6th inning for East. And now Olson getting set on in. Moreno, the 3-2 count. Pitch comes. Gets him looking. So his second strikeout of the game. And that's the second time that he has struck out Braden Olson. 1 swinging and 1 looking here in the game for Moreno. That's his 63rd strikeout of the season. And now the next batter here is Caden Sporer, who made that play to finish out the inning in right field. RBI single and a walk today. First pitch he sees. He's going to chase after this one a little down low. He swings and misses for strike 1. So the 0-1 start. Moreno getting settled in here, but there is a step outside the box for Sporer. He re-enters. Moreno kicks and kneels off the mound. Pitch comes. This one down low and again near towards the dirt. Thompson putting in his full hand down in there, trying to stop as much as he could. He stopped all of it as well. The 1-1 pitch. This one getting in close there, almost clipping the knee. And will be for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike with 1 out. Moreno. Pitch comes, swung on. This got a little piece of it here on the foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see maybe if the Hardhats will throw in a new pitcher. For the 7th inning, they possibly could. We saw Montgomery warming up a little earlier, and then Moreno kind of started finding that spark and that rhythm, and he's been keeping a hold of it here. The 2-2 count. This one swung on a foul ball, so 2-2 will still be the count here for Caden Sporer. He's not giving up here on the pitches on this at-bat. Moreno the glove over the face. Thompson with the pitch call. Flapping the glove. The 2-2. Down the middle. And catches him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts looking for Jaden Moreno. His 3rd of the game now. Back-to-back strikeouts here in this game, or in this inning, on Olson and Sporer. Now here comes the DH, Jens McLarty, as he has a flyout and a single today. Moreno wants to go a quick 3 and out. First pitch he sees here is going to be in for a strike. And the Moreno that we see a lot at home, he is just in a different state. He has 2 no-hitters this season. This is hit into center field. Key for the diving catch, takes the bounce out in front of him. So that's going to be a single in the second pitch here that McLarty will see. So he's going to get his 2nd single of the game. And that is the 8th hit for Sioux Falls East. So Moreno getting settled on in. 2 outs. 90 pitches in here for Moreno in this game. We do see a pitcher getting warmed up for post 22. And the pickoff attempt throw to first. Reeder the quick slide with the glove there. Trying to get the tag on the runner, but he's going to be in safe. So it's a two out here. First pitch will come to Kason Christensen. The center fielder had an RBI single in his last at-bat. First one Moreno is going to put down. The cooker will be in for a strike. So the 0-1 count. Moreno sways the arm, looks over his shoulder to the runner on first, has his call. Ready for the next pitch. Here comes, swung on and missed. A high swing when that pitch was a little bit down low. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A 5-2 score for the post-22 Hardhats in the lead. Christensen with the step back in the box here, the 9th batter in the lineup for Sioux Falls East. Moreno, another look in the corner of his eye. Here comes the pitch, but a timeout just called at the last second. Moreno, who was going to fire away, and he was just about to pitch it, and then he turned away, keeping that ball there in his hand. So 0-2, Christensen waited to the last moment to call that timeout on purpose. So the 0-2 count. Pitch comes, this one inside, and he straightens his leg outs while scooting backwards. He didn't want to take that one there for a hit by pitch, so that will be taken for ball 1. It's a 1-2 count here with 2 away. Moreno look again back over to the runner on first. Takes a step here off the mound. Closing in on 100 pitches here in this game. He's going to have a quick chat with Dawson and Hofer, his shortstop. And Hofer might have a better vision here of the base runner. Base runner and the batter here, so 1-2. Here is the Hardhats pitcher. Look over to first. Reader with his hand up high. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. He had done 3 strikeouts here in this 6th inning. So that does it. We go to the last inning of play here in this first game of the doubleheader. So we will take one more short break here on Hardhats TV, and we'll be back for the start of the 7th inning between Post 22 and Sioux Falls East. All right, ready to go. Start of the 7th inning. Tater Johnson will be the leadoff man, the Hardhats right fielder. So with the wind staying the same after it picked up a few innings ago, could be a little bit of a factor here with balls being hit. We saw one earlier from a Hardhat player driving into the left side. That was Thompson. Had the distance, but just hooking left. Nelson, his first pitch here on to Johnson. This one is going to go on the outside there for strike 1. So the Hardhats, all they have to do here in this first game, they just have to kind of hold off here and protect this lead. And Johnson, this is going to be popped up high as the catcher and Olsen is under it. Nelson, actually, the pitcher is going to get a hold of it. So Johnson goes away with the pop-up. And that's 1 away here in this inning. And now this is Dexter Steen. 2 groundouts and a walk today. Having 1 run. So, again, there was that pitcher, catcher, and the first baseman. All 3 guys kind of in the area there. It was going to look like for a foul, and it turned back probably with the wind there. So his first pitch here, this is going to be for ball 1. On the usual Hardhats first baseman is the DH today. Next pitch, this one is outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes with 1 out, and it appears it's raining, just starting to sprinkle here a little bit. And this next pitch, check swing, he did go. So 2-1 count. Hopefully this weather can kind of go away here in a little bit. 2-1 count with 1 away. Nelson's pitch outside, ball 3 here for Steen. 3-1. Here on the count, Nelson's pitch, top left corner. 4 strike 2 here for Steen. It's going to be full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 away. Just the second batter here in the 7th inning. Nelson with the step back. Pitch comes down low, in near his feet. Ball 4 taken. So that's the second time that Steen has been walked here today. Back-to-back times as well. So Jackson Reeder comes out to the plate. He also having back-to-back walks. One single and 2 walks, a stolen base. So he is ready and on in. Only 1 out following the pop-up from Carter Johnson. Here comes the pitch from Nelson. Swung on hard by Reeder. This one going to the gap to right center. It's going to land. Steen rounding second. Reeder rounding first. And they're going to hold him off there. So that is a double for Jackson Reeder. And puts runners on 2 and 3, wasting no time. And that is his 10th hit of the season in a Hardhats uniform and his first double. And now this pulls in Brody Thompson. Thompson, pop-up, hit by pitch, and a fly-out. So as long as there's no lightning, we should be good here for this next game as well. So all the infielders playing in tight, following the Jackson Reeder double. First pitch here to Thompson, gets a swing. That one was really close and into, like, near the hands. So it's going to be for a foul on an 0-1 start with 1 out. Wish Nelson his 3rd inning of play here, starting in the 5th inning. Waiting for the 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Nelson, this one is coming inside here on that bunt show from Thompson. He is going to hold off, so it's a 1-1 count. That first baseman and Booman and the third baseman and Hahn both were coming in at that exact time, seeing if that bunt was going to be placed there by Thompson. So 1-1 here. Nelson, the step back, pitch comes. This one is up and high, ball 2. So the 2-1 count. The first pitch he saw, he took that foul ball. Went about on a swing on the halfway. 2 balls and a strike. Nelson, the next pitch comes. This one is in for a strike. That one just on that top right corner. So 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 away here in the top of the 7th inning. 5 runs for the post-22 Hardhats, 2 for Sioux Falls East. Takes the step back. Nelson, the pitch, and it's going to be dropped, but it's going to be actually ball 4.
Oh, wait a minute. They're saying he had a check swing, so did he go through?
So, saying check swing here, Manager Torvey. Now, both the umpires are going to talk. We'll see. So, open umpire said check swing.
Now they're going to say Thompson's going to first. He says it hit him.
So, we'll see what the umpires will have to say here. Thompson is going to stay on first.
Now the East manager's coming out.
And this is going to be a walk. It'll either be a walk or a hit by pitch here for Thompson. So that will put bases loaded. Actually, he has got the bat back in his hand, and he's coming back. So I don't think anyone really knows what's going on. Just some confusion here as the home plate umpire talking it out here with Sioux Falls and their manager.
They're going to call it a foul ball. I would be shocked if the East manager's wanting to say that's strike 3, but either way, it's a big
So
moment in this
assuming it
game.
would still be a foul ball. So it looks like Thompson will come back and do it again. So it'll still remain a 2-2 count here with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Steen on 3rd, Jackson Reeder on 2nd. Back in here after a long discussion to get it settled. Wish Nelson on the mound. Righty holding still. Gets his call. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up high. This is going to go for a foul ball. Hitting the roof and rolling all the way back down. So he'll do it again. 2-2, back-to-back times. After the previous one, it was a lot of confusion. This last time making it easy there, just doing it again. 2-2, Nelson, hands one, up high, ball 3 here. So 3-2, Full count now here for Brody Thompson. We might see a bunt here. The rain's starting to come down a little bit harder now. Here comes the next pitch. Thompson a hit. This is a line drive. Caught by left field. Steen will tag up, and that will be in. So that's a sac fly for the Hardhats, and now it's 6-2 the score. Thompson pulling in Steen. That is his second run of the game. Now this is Dawson Inhofer. 2 strikeouts and an RBI single today. He got that. He brought in the run back there in the 4th inning. Or 5th. So with 2 away, Jackson Reeder on second. This is the 9th batter in the lineup. Every Hardhat player will now have 4 at-bats in this game. First pitch to Inhofer. This one comes down the middle for strike 1. So an 0-1 start. Being settled on in, ready for his next pitch here. Looks back to Reeder on second. Roberts on deck if they get to him. Nelson lifts the leg. Pitch comes. This one inside. It's going to sneak on away. Reeder will take off to third. So he's going to take off after that pitch that gets away from Olsen, the catcher. So it'll be a 1-ball, 1-strike count here for Inhofer with 2 away. Now they have that runner back there on third like they did earlier with Steen on the sac fly from Thompson. Nelson, the right-hander. Here comes the pitch to Inhofer. Takes the swing. This is going to be a foul ball. Up and over the netting, out of play. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. Hardhats having 5 hits in this game, with Sioux Falls East having 8, each team having an error apiece. And Nelson shakes off the first pitch and shakes off the second. So not liking what Olsen had to offer. He gets the third here. This one bounces away. Reeder will hold off on third. He took a little bit of a step. And that one for ball 2 here to Dawson Inhofer, the shortstop. So 2-2 now. They'll do it again. Being patient with that one, a little bit down low. Nelson, the pitcher, wanted Inhofer to chase. This one again down low, similar spot. Ball 3 here for Dawson Inhofer. We saw this on the last at-bat as well with Brody Thompson. Faced full count, took a nice swing. It was a line drive, caught in left field for the sac fly. Pitch comes, swung on, foul ball. And that one just on that third base line. So he will do it again. 3-2, they have Jackson Reeder on third base. They can pull him in to score if they want. If they get a good base hit here, up in the air or on the ground. Pitch comes, swung on. This is going to be a ground ball. Scooped up by the third baseman. Here is Hahn. The throw to first is there, and that is the third out. That will do it for the top of the 7th inning. We are in the last inning to play, and we will see if Post 22 will have a new pitcher. Are they going to keep Jaden Moreno on the mound, or will they move to a closer? So they will go to a new pitcher, and it is number 15, Skyler Montgomery. So he will be the new pitcher here in the 7th inning this season. He has 41.2 innings pitched, a 7-0 record. He has the highest wins with no losses for a pitcher for the Hardhats this season. 39 strikeouts to 27 batters walked, a 1.680 ERA, and a 1.296 whip for Skyler Montgomery. So he'll get his warm-up throws on the mound, making his first appearance here in this 4-game series, 2 against East and 2 against West. As Game 3 here of this 4-game series almost coming to an end. And then the doubleheader of Game 2 of this game will be played at 2:30 Central Time, so 1:30 back home in Rapid City in Mountain Time.
Bizarre sight right now. The sun is actually out on the diamond and rain's falling. South cool weather. Got a pitching change. Jaden Moreno, who finished his day with a flourish. Just under 100 pitches.
So Montgomery getting settled on in. Jaden Moreno, who finished the game, his game, with a total of 4 strikeouts, 8 hits allowed, and 2 runs against. And he had 3 strikeouts in that 6th inning there, 2 looking and 1 swinging. So he kind of did the majority of that work right there, helping out his team. So the final warm-up pitch, Game 1 of the doubleheader, last inning to play, all of them coming together and meet. As he will helmet tap here with Skyler Montgomery. Sun is coming out and rain is still down.
Yeah, just got straight shy right now. The sun, it's the first time the sun's been out in a while.
So
Still
Montgomery,
overhead, but
last few words with Thompson before he goes back behind home plate.
Sioux Falls batters. Ethan Olson's on deck looking up at the
And the
sky.
leadoff hitter here for Sioux Falls. This is going to be Brody Schaefer. We go back to the top of the order, making his fourth at-bat of the game. He has got a double flyout and a walk. First pitch here, Montgomery. This is going to be in for a strike. So his first pitch is on for a good note here for the 0-1 start. Montgomery takes the step back. Here comes his next offering, and he got a little slip there on the mound for a 1-1 count here. That one just going outside and a little down low. So the 1-1 takes the step back. Montgomery's pitch, swung on a hard ground ball right to Dawson Ilford. Plays the bounce well. The throw over to Reeder on first, and he got his right leg off of the bag. So that is going to be a single. He made the catch up high, but his bag was off of the base, and that's going to be the second error here for post 22 in this game. So here comes Ethan Olson, hit by a pitch, a single, and a 5-4-3 double play. Montgomery's first pitch here. This is going to be swung off, foul ball, back towards there on that third base line. So the 0-1 count. Now the sun almost fully out here, and some of the clouds moving away. 0-1 count. Looking over the runner on first there. 0-1. Here comes the pitch. This one down and inside, gets away from Thompson. He has it under control. He gets a hold of the ball, throws it back here to Montgomery. Now it's a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Getting his next call from his catcher. Looks over to the runner on first. Montgomery, the right-hander, hands one over. This one is in for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Montgomery making his first inning appearance here in this game. 1 more strike away from 1 more out. And Montgomery hands one over. Swung on. This is over the head of Roberts from third. That's going to get hit into left field. So that's going to be back-to-back hits there for Sioux Falls East. And this one for Ethan Olson getting his second single of the game. Now here comes Colin Lunders. And he also had a 5-3 double play. And then that was a... He's got 2 singles as well, so 2 for 3 today with runners on first and second. Sioux Falls East down by 4. They have to at least get 4 to force an extra inning. And if they get 5, they will walk off win here over post 22. Scott Montgomery, he's coming in to try to prevent that. First 2 batters he faced are now on first and second. Look down the middle here to the Sioux Falls left fielder. Montgomery, the right-hander, with Reeder backing up on second. Pitch comes, this ground ball right back to Montgomery. The throw to Jackson Reeder on second. The throw to first, a double play. So 1-4-3 double play. And post 22, 1 more out away here in this first game. So Dietrich Hahn, a ground-out walk in that 6-4-3 amazing double play from Aiden Roberts. So Montgomery, the first pitch here. This one will drop in for strike 1. Montgomery putting a little bit of some zing-zang sauce on that one for the 0-1 kickup. Okay, set on in. There's now no runners on bases here. Next pitch for Montgomery. This one is just going to be in down low for ball 1. So it's going to be a 1-1 count. Montgomery taking the step back, pitch off the mound, swung on a foul ball here, up and out of play. 1-2 count. Skylar Montgomery looking for one last pitch here, and this could be the final score. 1 more, that's just the mentality you have to have here. Here comes the 1-2, and this one is just going to be outside. So they do have a runner on third. I was incorrect about that. That was taken for ball 2. And the runner on third is Brody Schaefer. Here comes Montgomery's next pitch. This one taken outside again. Here is a 3-2 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. This is Dietrich Hahn at bat, the third baseman. The nod here for Montgomery, taking a step back. Pitch comes, swung on, ground ball up the middle. This one to Inhofer, the throw to Reeder, and the post 22 Hardhats will win the first game here of the doubleheader. It'll be a final score of 6-2 from the ground out play from Dawson Ilford to Wyatt Reeder. So that will do it here for this live on this first game of the doubleheader. Next game at 2:30 here on Hardhats TV on YouTube as we get set and ready. This is Wyatt Simmons signing off. We'll be back here in a few.